Hello guys, and welcome to another David Zabaleta. My name is Serge, and in today's video I have a question for you guys, and I'm gonna try to tell you like what I think this is, but I want to talk to you guys about a specific problem that's happening with this Chrysler 300, and it has to do with the vehicle stalling out at very low idle. No check engine light is on, there's no codes that's being thrown, for like anything weird. And I'm trying to figure out whether it's fuel related, is it air related, like what's really going on. But obviously the sensor, well, there is no sensor I guess for this, so it's not being triggered. So basically I'm almost kind of like drawing a blank here, so it's kind of like almost like I gotta guess from previous experiences. So essentially what's really happening, well, first of all, as I'm backing up, I'm noticing that the vehicle almost kind of like if you could imagine a stick shift vehicle, like somebody's holding, like burning the clutch, like almost like as they're backing up, they are not letting go of the clutch too fast. It's almost kind of like there's that braking going on, and I did have it stall out like that, kind of like this is a manual transmission, and not an automatic one, and this is an automatic transmission, so it would stall out sometimes backing up. But recently it started stalling out going forward, and this is just at very low idle. Now this vehicle, it's still pretty fast, got plenty of power. This is a 3.5 liter V6 Chrysler 300 limited with all the bells and whistles. And it only does that at like I'm talking about like low speed, like low RPMs, like you're just taking off. I mean, as slow as you're going over like let's say you're at a complete stop and you're starting to go over a speed bump at those type of speeds, so you're just applying accelerated pedal just ever so slightly just to keep going, and you could tell, I don't know why I'm taking this off. So let's put the windows down. Perhaps you could hear anything. So as I'm taking off right now, like nothing, like everything's good. Like I do not hear nothing of importance. So this is a little hill here. Let me try to back up. It's backing up fine right now. So there's nothing happening right now, and then look how it takes off. So basically pretty powerful, but I could not recreate the problem right now. So maybe this is not something that happens all the time. I mean, I've been driving it for quite a bit, and I'm noticing maybe certain situations this is happening. Maybe it's cooler weather, like right now it's not cooler weather, so I'm not really sure. And also, like what I'm hearing when this situation is more likely to occur is, let's say like I could be parked at a stoplight, right? Like I'm hearing the way the engine is idling, like there's a little whine, like it almost sounds like power steering type of whine. But of course at this point the steering wheel is not being turned, so there's that. It's just a weird type of whining that's going on. I've tried to shift it to different gears and stuff to try to find out, to try to isolate the issue. And sometimes I'm thinking, well, maybe it's AC. I turn AC off, the noise changes a little bit. But this car has 105,000 miles, and I do think it's a possibility that a fuel filter might have seen better days. Fuel injectors could be a little bit dirty. Also, fuel pump could be a little bit old, and maybe sometimes it's not performing. Those type of things. Also, I did order like an air filter, so I'm thinking like, okay, like maybe in some conditions it's not getting proper air, which I don't know, like would it cause it to shut down or anything at that point. And I'm also thinking spark plugs. Well, you need to replace them at least once every 100,000 miles. These are probably original spark plugs, so it's a possibility something's there. Also, like ignition coils, that can happen, but ignition coils will cause check engine light to come on. I think spark plugs, possibility. I mean, if there's like a misfire going on, if there's like a constant, but I'm thinking this is like just happens every once in a while. This, by the way, this doesn't happen all the time. This just happens like every once in a while. The whole time I drove it and stop and go, probably stalled out on me 5 times. You know, I think like twice backing up, and I think 3 times going forward. And it usually occurs if I'm like backing up and then going forward. And one time I came to the gas station. I literally was just driving, and I came to the gas station, and I started like, you know, like creeping, like just very slowly, so I could like, you know, find a gas pump to, you know, to park and get some fuel. So, you know, you're going slow enough in case anybody's walking or whatever to be safe. And as I was like pulling up and started creeping, it just stalled out on me. So I'm like, huh, weird, just stalls out. So I have to put in park and then start the vehicle up again. So kind of weird. But let me know if you're familiar with these type of things, or this other thing where I'm backing up. Could it be related? That it feels like it's working overtime to try to back up, like it's having a difficulty, like almost like brakes are applied, you know, or somebody's holding the clutch. So I did try to add some transmission fluid. I added like half a quart. The tool that I have for measuring transmission fluid is for the Sprinter vans, and when I measure it with that one, it appears like it's got like I got like way too much fluid, which I will not believe that. I do think that I should go ahead and replace all the transmission fluid. It's definitely time for its transmission service, the rear end service. So I'll definitely be doing those things in upcoming weeks. But I just done some of the main ones. I topped up the radiator fluid, and I checked my ABS fluid. And ABS fluid does need to be flushed according to my tool. It's, you know, it shows it being in yellow, which means kind of like, okay, you need to get it done soon. Like, pay attention. Like, when it's red, that means you got to replace it immediately, because there's like water there. So water detected. That's why it would be red. So it does seem like I got to flush the ABS brakes. I did want to get rid of the problem with the ABS sensor, so gladly that's solved and over with, because sometimes those things can be annoying, especially when your ABS computer module fails, you know, or some other sensors, and you don't know where exactly it failed. That could be very tricky, but in this situation it was very easy to resolve. I do really like this vehicle, and to me it's like a keeper. It's like a good backup vehicle, and just all around like a good vehicle just to be able to like go somewhere. All of the vehicles that I drive, they're typically older. Like I have a 2006 Range Rover, this 2005 Chrysler 300, and these are sort of like my daily drivers. I do have a Sprinter van. Well, I have several, but Sprinter vans, you know, they have usually high mileage, and mines are like 2006, and I have like one 2003. So they're, you know, like not reliable, and that's kind of like where I'm really going with all this, is that a lot of vehicles that I own, they're old, and technically you can't really consider them to be reliable. Like, of course, I keep up with the maintenance, I do everything, but you know, when it's an older vehicle, like anything could happen at any moment, and you just, you know, gotta be stuck somewhere, or you need to order some part. Maybe it's something simple. Maybe it could be like a starter, but anyways, that vehicle's not working that particular day, so you need to have it parked and have another vehicle ready to go. So this is like one of those vehicles. Like for instance, recently I started driving my Range Rover, and I needed to tow something in my parking lot. Well, it towed it like a beast, but afterwards the transmission went into limp mode, and it would basically not shift gears and drive like really well. It would like whine, like kind of like it's burning clutches. So I would not, of course, accelerate at that point. So you put in park and diagnose it. So I diagnosed it, and a transmission malfunction. So deleted the codes, problem's gone. And recently I started driving to church on a Range Rover with my family. We're just driving normal, like 55. Once I got to 55, like I felt it, like in the pedal, like something like sort of like clicked, and the vehicle started slowing down. And as it slowed down, it would not go above 20 miles an hour, like it just barely crawling. Engine malfunctioned. And there's things that will happen like this. Well, I keep engine code readers in all my cars, different types. For the Range Rover, I keep one that's specifically Range Rover, Land Rover, Jaguar. So I keep one of those in there. It's an iCarSoft that I picked up a while ago. In this car, I keep it's a Zurich ZR13. I hardly use it, but I bought it a while back from Harbor Tools and Freight. This is when this was the best you could get. So I bought the best one that they have. It was actually like one of my first units that I picked up. So it's actually kind of cool. It can detect VINs and what kind of model of car it is, and it can tell you kind of like what's going on. Like it's a pretty nice unit. And then of course in my Sprinter van, I keep a iCarSoft CR Plus, and that can scan any type of vehicle, and I can really quickly detect what's really going on. And of course I keep this unit. This is my mobile mechanics type of unit that can do various type of things. It's a really cool unit. It does many different services. So like sometimes it's my go-to when I'm actually ready to diagnose vehicles. So yeah, like this is why I like to be able to keep some additional vehicles instead of just like selling it. And plus, this Chrysler 300 Limited, like, I mean, this is top of the line that you could get. The Range Rover, it's HSC, so somebody paid a lot of money for these cars when they were brand new. Of course, if this was like not top of the line, then I would sell it, But what is the chances I'm going to find a vehicle like this, perfect interior like this one, low miles, it's a 3.5, which is a desirable engine, and it just runs it like a champ. It's been taken care of by the previous owner, and it's being taken care of by me. It's just a good vehicle. This is why people sometimes they'll restore classics and stuff. They still like the classics. So according to those standards, this is a good modern vehicle, like with all the amenities. Everything works on it, like AC works, heat, all the windows, like everything is working. Like right now, no check engine lights on. Just fixed the ABS issue. That was the only thing that was happening, But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about what I talked about earlier. What is your experiences with that? Like, where would you look? I will be adding some fuel additive pretty soon. If I could remember to buy it, I'm gonna buy like some kind of fuel additive and just dump it in the tank just to get it to run in the system, because this vehicle was sitting for a while. It could just, some things could be maybe clogged. When vehicles sit, they don't like to sit. It could maybe get like trash in a fuel tank and gelled up fuel or whatever. Like, so I think it's important to kind of like clean things out a little bit. So I'll dump some in there and see what happens. But other than that, guys, I am, pretty satisfied. I just want to be able to like solve these minor issues to prevent a bigger issue from happening. Because what if it is like a fuel pump or something? What would happen in that case is the vehicle, while you're driving, would stall out. You can start it up and start driving again, and then eventually it's going to stall out again, and then it's going to happen a few more times if you're lucky, and then your fuel pump will no longer work. And that's just kind of like how they quit. So that's why I'm kind of thinking, could it be my fuel pump that's quitting, just quits when it stalls out? Or could it be something simple that I'm overlooking? Maybe just a dirty fuel filter that needs to be replaced. maybe I just need to buy all new spark plugs and put them in. So I think ignition coils, I'm not going to do that because it's just no codes for them. It starts up fine and everything, but I do think probably needs, you know, some good spark plugs. So I'll be looking to do that sometime soon. I still got some other issues to take care of, also with my other vehicles, some stuff that's like more important. But anyways, right now I'm reaching an area where this is pretty much like highway speed, and I want to show you like it's accelerating, and I'll tell you how much it goes. And now we're at 45, 50 miles, 60. So not bad for an 18-year-old vehicle. It really goes. And now, of course, ABS, traction, you know, all that stuff is working. I actually, yep, using cruise control right now. Cruise control is working. Oh yeah, before ABS sensor failed, actually, I've noticed cruise control wasn't always working. Like, it was kind of interesting. Like, I had to sometimes hit it like several times before it could work. So I think it was the ABS sensor was on its way out. And I guess I have like one last question to ask you guys. What causes ABS sensor to fail like in the first place? If there's no chafes, there's no brake like in the lines, why do ABS sensors go out? You know, I just can't seem to really understand this at this point. Like, why would it just quit on you, you know? I guess like, why do any sensors quit, right? Because one day they're working and you got to replace them for one reason or another. But like, I'm like wondering, because I know like it's probably got some kind of magnet in there. Does it get weak? Does it maybe inside get corroded where we can't really see it, you know? But let me know, guys. But anyways, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.